Yeah, this is the dangerous bit.
Yeah.
Watch this. Tension building. And there is the lithium battery.
There's
so
the battery.
I don't know if you can see that there.
So how do you safely dispose of a vape? Scott Butler is the executive director of Material Focus, which runs the Recycle Your Electricals campaign, and joins me here in the studio. Scott, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good. So explain what the problem is with vapes and why they're setting bin lorries on fire.
Well, a vape is like an electrical. It's like any small electrical. It's containing some of the valuable resources, steel, plastic, lithium and copper. And the single-use vapes, disposable vapes, are essentially mini batteries. And if that battery goes into the wrong place, it can get damaged. If it gets damaged, it can set on fire. And we did some research last year that revealed over 700 battery fires are caused, waste fires are caused by hidden batteries. So people should never, ever bin a vape. That's the big message. Never bin any portable electrical at all.
But I suppose the problem is, because they're called disposable, the whole point is they're marketed as being something you use and chuck away.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that could be changed today. It's a big part of this. It's a single-use plastic. It's a single-use lithium battery. It's a single-use, whatever it is. It's not good to cause it disposable, because that disposable says throw it away. That way never existed. And we need to really make sure that they are being recycled as a minimum.
So you've brought some in.
Yes, I have.
Having discussed, if you don't treat a vape properly, it might burst into flames. You're going to dispose of a disposable vape by taking it apart in the studio.
I'm doing like my parenting. This is what not to do by this.
So what have you got there? So it's a bright green one.
Yeah, this is a bright green one. This one's called a Solo, but it's a bit like Elf Bar, Lost Marys. You said some absolutely crazy names.
What flavour is supposed to be, that green?
Oh, this one is, watermelon honeydew lemonade.
Lovely.
Lovely for the morning. Sort of a brunch-like flavour, I think.
Go on then, start taking it apart.
Okay.
Matthew and Jane, you have to be on standby in case this studio explodes. You'll just have to...
So I'm going to try
We'll keep rolling.
Keep rolling. Yeah.
I'm going to watch myself on camera so that I can sort of see it. But basically, here you have a shell. It's a steel casing, plastic tops, plastic bottoms.
Yeah.
It also comes with all this wonderful packaging paraphernalia, which is also a problem.
Yeah,
too.
so there's cardboard there, there's foil.
Yeah, there's foil, there's little rubbery bits, which are really troublesome for wildlife.
Okay.
And this is a bit of a curse. When you start seeing these, you see them literally everywhere.
Yeah.
So here we've got it held up.
Yeah.
And basically...
It's got a big pair of pliers.
They're
pulling out the sort of, the black... What do you call that? The teat?
I don't know what the technical name is. So there you've got the sort of plastic top. That's the
bit you suck on.
But now that you've called the teat, we can know it as that. And then essentially here is a sort of absorbent material.
That's like a piece of white foam.
Yeah. And
that looks really not recyclable.
That's the bit that will have to go to energy from waste. There's no recyclable solution for that.
That looks horrible.
And then...
That's the sort of thing an animal's going to choke on.
Yeah, exactly. You've got another bit of plastic here, which is at the top.
Some clear sort of plastic cellophane in a
Here's a sort of heating coil. So that coil is the bit that heats.
We're getting to the dangerous bit now.
Yeah, this is the dangerous bit.
Yeah.
Watch this. Tension building.
Yeah.
And there is the lithium battery.
There's the battery.
I don't know if you can see that there.
So is that like a normal AA one?
No, that's
it's slightly smaller.
Slightly smaller. It's a lithium-ion battery. Theoretically, that can be recharged. It's a rechargeable battery.
Okay.
We still haven't figured out why, but virtually every vape has got this theoretical rechargeable battery in. So it's another waste as well. We're wasting the potential of this battery that could... the materials in here is the stuff that's going into electric vehicles.
Yeah.
The copper in here is the stuff that we need for the electric vehicle charging network.
So they've got rechargeable batteries in, even though they're designed not to be recharged?
Yes. Yeah, so environmentally, that is a huge waste. This could arguably be the most environmentally damaging product that's ever made when you think about hundreds of millions of them distributed all across the country in random wrong places.
So if you were being diligent and responsible and you wanted to dispose of your disposable vape in the correct way, should you be taking it apart yourself at home?
Definitely don't do what I just did.
Right, good. So what should you do with them?
Well, for a while, people have essentially been avoided their responsibilities, the producers and the importers and the retailers. Recently, government has stepped up more. Basically, where you buy it is where you should be able to recycle it.
Okay.
That's not always the case, so people should go in. We need sort of people pressure for this, but the major supermarkets, I've been in front of the trade associations for retailers. They all know that they should be taking back. They've pleaded a bit of ignorance, but that ignorance has definitely gone away because we've been talking to them now for over a year, asking them to really sort it out. The other challenge is that a lot of this stuff is imported from overseas, and the people who are importing it do have clear legal financial responsibilities, but they've been avoiding it.
To avoid them,
and now it's trying to bring that in and creating vapes as a special category. But this is sort of part of a fast tech movement as well. We're seeing ever cheaper technology, which is more throwaway, more disposable, which seems anathema to what we want
where
to
we
do.
are with everything else.
But it's important that people just recycle all of their electricals as a minimum.
Jane, just finally, go on, Jane.
No, I was going to say, is the risk higher in the heat? In a
Yeah, any circumstances, yes. So you can have overheating of any battery, really. That's not unique.
And I suppose the thing is because you've got the weather, but also when you get big piles of rubbish, that starts generating heat, which makes it even more likely.
Yeah. So you've got waste management companies who are trying to infrared check in the pile, and the pile builds up that way. And obviously recently, across the last 2-3 weeks, it's been a lot hotter as well. So.